One, two, three.
Love should be easy, why should it not? When all you want is to be loved, is to be loved. But love ain't easy, you taught me that. I let you in, now you want out, now you want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand, was it all worth it? You play me good just for a rush, just a rush. So now I wrote a song
see some serious Advanced properties. Use the microphone. Say okay. 2-1. You getting me now? Hopefully. Round 2, question 5. What is considered to be the first ever science fiction film directed by George Méliès in 1903? Now it's working. So round 2, question 6. What is the name of the 1922 vampire film starring Max Schreck as Count Orlok? It's your final question there. And what was the name of the 1922 vampire film starring Max Schreck as Count Orlok? Do my review there again. So what was the first film to win Best Picture at the Oscars in 1927? 2. Which French brothers are credited with inventing moving pictures? 3. In which 1927 Warner Brother film starring Al Jolson is credited with being the first sound film? 4. The Kid is the directorial debut by which British-born star of the silent era? 5. What is considered to be the very first ever science fiction film directed by George Méliès in 1903? And 6. What was the name of the 1922 vampire film starring Max Schreck as Count Orlok? Yeah, but big apologies there about that. I have no idea why my mic wasn't going out, and I checked on the system, and it was something to do with the fact that it normally it's just set up to go. All I have to do is hit go live. But the mic just decided it was on a different channel altogether, and I had to reprogram it back to this mic and not any of the other ones. Anyway, thanks very much for putting up with that, and hope you're all enjoying tonight's quiz. Like I said, it's always really handy anyway because you can read the questions, and I do put them up and I do repeat them quite a lot. So yes, do apologize for the loss of sound there. You're sticking with Big Nerd Pub Quiz tonight, like I said. Keeping it all general knowledge here for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, moving on to the next questions of this evening. Next round is all about music and backing groups. Alright, very, very, very straightforward. I'm going to give you the names of 6 very, very famous backing bands or backing groups, and you have to guess who their lead singer was. Very, very straightforward. We did one about lead singers last week. But this is more about backing groups themselves, because a lot of these groups would be known as such and such, like for example Diana Ross and the Supremes. That's not one of the questions. Anyway, round 3, question number 1, the Pips. Alright, so round 3, question number 1. I've been listening to a lot of this artist quite recently. Big fan, especially of the later work. But whose backing group were the Pips? Round 3, question number 1. Round 3, question number 2, the Crickets. Their next group here. So round 3, question 2. So who was the frontman of the group, the Crickets? Round 3, question 3. Very easy one. I think you should all get this one. The Wailers. Round 3, question 3. The Wailers. So he was the front man of that particular group. Round 3, question 4, the Maytals. Similar music, actually, if you think about it from the last one there. But round 3, question 4, the Maytals. Who's the front man of the Maytals? Front man or front woman? Could be either or. Round 3, question 4, the Maytals. Again, if you kind of say it in your head, who's such and such and the Maytals, and such and the Wailers, that's kind of like how you get to the conclusion. Round 3, question 5, the Bad Seeds. Yes, influential, very, very influential singer group here. Round 3, question 5, the Bad Seeds. And your final question tonight, round 3, question 6, the Mothers of Inventions. So this is the Mothers of Invention, I think. Yes, but you get it. The Mothers of... I'm going to change that, actually. I think it is just the Mothers of Invention. There we go. Round 3, question 6. The Mothers of Invention. Alright, so there's your roundup there of backing bands. Starting from the top, we got the Pips. We've got number 2, the Crickets. 3, the Wailers. 4, the Maytals. 5, the Bad Seeds. And 6, the Mothers of Invention. Alright, so that's 3 down. We're coming up to round 4. which is always the halfway point of the quiz tonight. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying it. If you, thanks for those who got in touch with me and letting me know that you couldn't hear me at all, because I was just like, I can hear myself on the headphones. It was like, maybe it's just the music, but no, it's not the music. It was my mic itself. No, it was actually the mic. It was like my outputs were all screwed up. Anyway, thanks very much for getting in touch. So if you want to shout out, by all means, get in touch with me via Facebook or Instagram. That's the best way to do it. Give it a like and subscribe as well to the YouTube channel if you're enjoying it. Anyway, coming up is our next round, and it is Name That Celebrity Kids Picks. Alright, it's very straightforward. I'm going to show you 6 pictures of very famous and very notable people over the last couple of years as they were when they were kids, and you just have to figure out who they were. So it should be straightforward enough. Here we go, round 4, question number 1. Who's this guy? Round 4, question 1. I'll leave them up for a couple of seconds each and let you guys figure them out. So all kind of actors, musicians, that sort of thing. General celebs. But who are they when they were younger? So round 4, question 1. Round 4, question 2. Who is this guy? With his big hair. Round 4, question 2. Who is that? Round 4, question number 3. Who is this? Oh, the rather nerdy looking guy. Round 4, question 3. Who would that be? Round 4, question number 4. Who's this cheeky chap? So round 4, question 4. Who is this fella? Looking obviously very, very excited about something he's got for Christmas. I'll give you a clue, he's Canadian. As of all the other options on that list. But which famous Canadian is that? Round 4, question 5. Round 4, question number 5. And finally, round 4, question 6. Who is this in their younger days? We'll do those one more time. We'll go over them again. Round 4, question number 1. Question number 2. Question number 3. Question number 4. Question number 5. And finally, question number 6. All right, hope you all enjoyed that one. It was quite fun to research and put that one together. Yes, and that's a frequent one I've seen on online quizzes is to name the celebrity baby or kid. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us. Time now is 25 minutes past 8 in the evening. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Hope you're all having a good week, and hope you're all staying safe. Remember, wear your masks outside. It's very, very important, especially when you're going into shops. It's not just for you; it's for everybody else's protection. And you know what? It's one of those things. They're harmless. I know the only kind of drawback is if you have glasses and you've got that steam up in your eyes, and that happens to me all the time. Anyways, thanks very much for watching tonight and tuning in. Apologies again about the sound issues that we had earlier on in the show. Anyway, let's have a wee look at other things you should listen to and see and watch. Hot Topic Nightmare is my buddy Paul's podcast that he does. You can check it out there on mixcloud.com/Hot Topic Nightmare. Also, check out the Banterflix movie review site and the Fright Club site. Follow their social medias there at Fright Club at NI. Banterflix helped me do the movies quiz and the Disney quiz, and the Fright Club guys helped me out with the horror movie quiz, which you can also replay on the site. Also, the Nerd Party collection of podcasts there, which is very worthwhile taking a look at. Also, don't forget, you can win some Big Nerd Pub Quiz merchandise tonight from Northern Iron Tees. Check out their fantastic website. Use the code BIGQUIZ for 10% discount. And also a chance to win a fantastic Lockdown Pale Ale, courtesy of the guys at Northern Iron Brew. Over 18s only on that one, I'm afraid. Also, check out my fantastic 80s music show that I do every weekday morning on Zest FM. I'm on live here from 7 till 10 every morning on Zest FM. So if you want to check that out, by all means, zestfm.co.uk. You can download the app to your phone, which is the best way to get that. And don't forget to donate to the Patreon and PayPal. PayPal.me/BigNerdPubQuiz and Patreon.com/BigNerdPubQuiz. Like I said, based on the model of soundness. Like I said, if you saw me down the street and donate a price of a pint or a cup of coffee to keep the quiz going, by all means. And like I said, I'm not going just because lockdown's kind of over. I'm gonna keep these quizzes going every Sunday at 8 p.m. for you guys out there. So if you have any ideas, and yes, by all means, if you want to hire the Big Nerd Pub Quiz at any point, it's a perfect activity for social distancing. It's fully customizable with graphics. It's totally easy to set up. If you want more information on that, give us an email for a quote, bignerdpubquiz@gmail.com. Alright, we're going to move on to our next round. We're just over halfway. I don't know any football fans out there, but last night's Champions League action was absolutely amazing. Didn't think that Man City were going to get beaten 3-1 by Lyon. I actually had a bet on them for the win 3-0. But City are out, and it's Bayern Munich, Lyon, Red Bull Leipzig, and who's the other team? It's not they've knocked out Atletico Madrid. Can't remember the last team off the top of my head. Anyway, it'll come to me. But this next set of questions is all about sports. Yes, we always have the sports round in round 5, and it's all about the Champions League. So I'm doing 6 questions all about Champions League records for you to chew on. Let's see how we get on. Round 5, question number 1. Which team have won the Champions League the most times? So, round 5, question 1. Which football team have won the Champions League the most times? I'm thinking it's at 12, I think. I think that's what it is. So round 5, question 1. Oh yeah, PSG, I forgot. So 2 French teams and 2 German teams. Fascinating. Round 5, question 1. Which team have won the Champions League the most times? Round 5, question number 2. Which team have been the runners-up the most times? So, yeah, which team have come second in the Champions League or European Cup? I'm counting European Cup as well. Again, going all the way back to 1956, 57 when the tournament actually began. So yes, I'm counting that the Champions League era began in 1992. The way we know it today. Round 5, question 2. Which team have been the runners-up the most times in the Champions League European Cup? Alright, round 5, question 2. Round 5, question 3. Who were the first British team to win the European Cup in 1967? So round 5, question 3. Who were the first British team to win the European Cup all the way back in 1957? Round 5, question number 4. In which year did Liverpool win their first ever European Cup? Liverpool are the most successful European side to come from England, having won the tournament 6 times. Round 5, question 4. When did Liverpool win their very first European Cup? Round 5, question number 5. Which player has the most appearances in the Champions League with 177 appearances? So, round 5, question 5. So, which player has the most appearances in the Champions League with 177? It's round 5, question 5. And finally, round 5, question number 6. Which player is the current Champions League top goal scorer with 130 goals? As of now, I don't think there's anyone can actually catch up with them in the next couple of weeks or whatever. But round 5, question 6. Which player is the top Champions League goal scorer with a total of 130 goals? That's round 5, question number 6. And here's your roundup of questions, all sports questions. Round 5, question 1. Which team have won the Champions League the most times? Round 2, which team have been the runners-up the most times? 3, who were the first British team to win the European Cup back in 1967? 4, what year did Liverpool win their very first European Cup? 5, which player has the most appearances in the tournament with 177? And 6, which player is the top Champions League goal scorer with 130 goals? Yes, just looking through my list here, got tons and tons and tons and tons of people here. Stephen O'Hara has texted in. Helen Girl has texted in as well. She's also loads of people texting in and mentioning me. Massive thank you for letting me know about this. Lisa says, texted in. Dave, Michael, Nicole, Sharon, Phil, Debbie, Sabine, Estelle and Ken, thank you so much for letting me know about that. I really, really, really appreciate it. John Markey's also letting me know as well. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. It's just one of those things I like, because I could hear it in my headphones. I was totally convinced that it was going out. And then and suddenly, normally when people text me, I kind of noticed my phone going off and I thought, it's probably the music. I'll always have the music up a bit loud. Then I noticed my little bar down here on the thing wasn't going up, and I was like, that's not good. That should be moving up and down when I speak, not just on this. Anyway, moving on to round number 6. We've got 3 more rounds to go tonight. Let's have the 6th round, and it's all about history and infamous assassinations. Yes, history has been littered with some very, very infamous political killings. So yes, 6 questions all about that. Round 6 is your history round tonight. So here we go. Round 6, question 1. In which city was John F. Kennedy assassinated in November 1963? It's round 6, question number 1. Interestingly, Bill Paxton, you know the actor Bill Paxton from Aliens and Terminator and Titanic and Twister. He was a young kid back then and living in this particular state and saw John F. Kennedy speak. I think on the day, in the morning, he came out and gave a speech outside the hotel he was staying in the early morning of that day. Bill Paxton was there and saw him speak. Very interesting. Round 6, question 1. Which city was President John F. Kennedy assassinated in November 1963? Round 6, question 2. Which Roman emperor was assassinated on the Ides of March 44 BC? So round 6, question 2. Which Roman emperor was assassinated on the Ides of March 44 BC? Beware the Ides of March. Ides of March being the 15th, the middle of March. Considered to be very unlucky. But round 6, question 2. Which Roman emperor was assassinated on the Ides of March 44 BC? Round 6, question 3. Who was the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated whilst in office? He was actually assassinated in the Houses of Parliament. And I was shown the actual location where he fell when I was given a tour by a member of the House of Lords, actually, and he brought us down the steps and showed us where it happened. Apparently it's illegal to die in the House of Commons. That's apparently one of those rules. But round 6, question 3. Who was the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated whilst in office? Round 6, question 3. Round 6, question 4. What was the name of the play the President Abraham Lincoln was watching before he was assassinated in 1865 at Ford's Theatre? So round 6, question 4. What was the name of the play that Abraham Lincoln was watching before he was sadly assassinated in 1865 at Ford's Theatre by John Wilkes Booth, who himself was an actor? Round 6, question 4. Round 6, question 5. Which would-be assassin attempted to kill President Ronald Reagan in 1981? That photograph is of the president making his way outside the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. And fortunately, James Brady, his press secretary, was struck in the head, and a police officer was also wounded in that. But Ronald Reagan actually kind of broke the curse in a way. But which would-be assassin attempted to kill President Ronald Reagan in 1981? And that photograph was taken just right before the shots were fired. And finally, round 6, question number 6. How many US presidents have been assassinated whilst sitting in office? Alright, so you know you've got 2. Minimum, obviously John F. Kennedy and President Lincoln. Round 6, question 6. But how many others? Were there others, or are they the only 2? You'll have to work that one out. So how many presidents have been assassinated whilst in office? Round 6, question 6. And that's the final question of a rather grisly round there of history questions. We'll go over them one more time. So round 6, question 1. Which city was President Kennedy assassinated in November 63? 2. Which Roman emperor was killed on the Ides of March 44 BC? 3. Who was the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated whilst in office? 4. What was the name of the play that Abraham Lincoln was watching before he was killed in 1865 at Ford's Theatre in Washington? 5. Which would-be assassin attempted to kill President Ronald Reagan in 1981? And 6. How many US presidents have been assassinated whilst in office? Alright, so we got 2 more rounds to go this evening. Thank you very much for you guys all tuning in. I hope you, like I said, if you're liking the quiz, do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to share it with your friends. And you can play, like I said, you can play this quiz on Zoom and play them against your families. And you can play the quiz at any time as well. So yes, don't forget to donate to the Patreon on the PayPal. Links are coming up on your screen there below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ironically enough, like I said, the movie round was about silent movies, and that's what it kind of was like for the first 15 minutes of this live stream. Anyway, moving on to the next round, our penultimate round of the evening, round 7. What have I done this one about? Oh yeah, this is a geography one. Okay, so this is an interesting geography style question, and it's all about airport codes. So yes, when you go abroad and you check your luggage in at the gate, And you see it come out at the other end. There's a little sticker tag on it, and it generally has like a 3-digit airport code that makes sure your bag gets to where it's meant to go. Anyway, here are 6 very famous or very well known airport codes. All you have to do is figure out which is the airport which is associated with. So here we go. We start off very easy. Round 7, question number 1. They get harder, but that's the first one. LGW. Which airport is this? Round 7, question 1. LGW. Which airport is that? Round 7, question 1. Round 7, question 2. LAX. I think that's probably the most obvious one of them all. But LAX, what would that be? Nicole's giving me an update of the football there. Seville Man United 1-1. Gotta get down and watch that final. LAX, which airport is that? Round 7, question 3. DXB. So round 7, question 3. DXB, which airport is that? You may have flown through it. DXB. Round 7, question 4. HND. It's not as immediately as obvious, but HND. What could that be? Round 7, question number 4. Round 7, question 5. ATL. ATL. Round 7, question 5. Penultimate round. Penultimate question. And finally, last airport code, PEK. PEK. Round 7. Question number 6. There's your roundup there of airport codes. So LGW, LAX, DXB, HND, ATL, and PEK. So LGW, LAX, DXB, HND, ATL, and PEK. All right, so 7 down, 1 more to go this evening. Here we are at the very, very end of the quiz this evening. But anyway, moving on to our final quiz questions tonight. And it's a very, very easy one, this one. I thought about this one. I thought about doing a kind of famous dogs. It was going to be a picture round. It was going to be name that famous dog. And then I thought, you know what, I'll just make it about famous dogs in general. Anyway, so here we go. Final round of questions this evening. Round 8, question number 1. Which highly intelligent collie frequently helps out her owners to get out of trouble? It's round 8, question 1. So again, very, very well-known film dog throughout history. Round 8, question number 1. Which highly intelligent collie frequently helps her owners get out of trouble? That's the first question tonight. Round 8, question 1. Round 8, question 2. Name the fictional robotic dog that often appears in Doctor Who and the Sarah Jane Adventures. Round 8, question 2. Also, nearly had, I think it had one episode of like what was going to be a standalone series. And funny enough, I met the model maker of this particular thing. But yes, round 8, question 2. Name the fictional robotic dog that often appears in Doctor Who and the Sarah Jane Adventures. Round 8, question 3. What was the name of the Skye Terrier who became famous in Scotland after spending 14 years guarding his owner's grave? Now, I know this is a book. It's a kid's book that I read when I was young. I really, really enjoyed it. It's written in a real broad Scottish accent. Whether it's true or not, they don't know. But you know, they say print the myth or print the fact. I'll always go with the myth. But what was the name of the Skye Terrier who became famous in Scotland and in Edinburgh after spending 14 years guarding his owner's grave? Round 8, question 4. Which dog helps save 101 Dalmatians with his partner, Perdita? So round 8, question 4. I think a movie where the protagonists are actually, the antagonist, the villain of this movie is actually way more famous than the actual stars of it. But which dog helps save the 101 Dalmatians with his partner, Perdita? Should have brought Molly up for this quiz tonight. She's out for a walk right now, actually. Round 8, question 4. Round 8, question 5. Penultimate question of the whole evening. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston star in a film where they adopt which naughty Labrador puppy? So it's round 8, question 5. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston star in a film where they adopt which naughty Labrador puppy? Your final question is coming up, but like you know by this point, all you have to do is hit submit. You'll get your scores, but do stick about to see the answers at the very end. Round 8, question 6, final question of the night. So which Saint Bernard was given the name of a famous composer in the American family film? So round 8, question 6. So which Saint Bernard dog was given the name of a famous composer in the American family film? Round 8, question 6. And there's your roundup of questions about famous dogs. So here we go, round 8, question 1. Which highly intelligent collie frequently helps out her owners to get out of trouble? 2. Name the fictional robotic dog which often appears in Doctor Who and the Sarah Jane Adventures. 3. What was the name of the Skye Terrier who became famous in Scotland after spending 14 years guarding his owner's grave? 4. Which dog helps save the 101 Dalmatians with his partner Perdita? 5. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston star in a film which they adopt a naughty Labrador puppy. And 6. Which Saint Bernard was given the name of a famous composer in the American family film? That's our final question this evening. Alright, that's the quiz done and dusted for tonight. Yes, hope you've all enjoyed it. Like I said, 8 rounds, 6 questions. I'm actually thinking of expanding it to 8 rounds and 8 questions. A little bit more round. I don't know why I ever kind of stuck with that kind of format. Initially, it was 6 rounds, 6 questions. And once I did this quiz the next time, I thought I need to expand it because 6 rounds just flew by. Now 8 seems to kind of get it right into the hour and gives us a chance to get everyone to kind of get their answers and read them out again, and then but yeah, I'm going to expand it. I am going to expand it to about 8 next week. I'll make that happen for sure. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed it. Let's check out our answers for this evening. All right, once you've hit submit, you'll see your score. And let me know how you got on as well. Don't forget to follow all the different social media channels here in the quarter: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz and let me know how you got on. I'm always interested to hear that. Anyway, tonight, answers. Here we go. So round 1. So, yes, Brayburn, the types of fruit, those were apples. Yes. Second one, Turkey, Lara Beach. That is where the location of Lara Beach is. It's in Turkey. Next question there, 14. That's the number of original episodes of The Office. Oh no, there is a Lara Beach is also in Cyprus. Oh, god damn it. That's what happens when I don't check my answers. Anyway, I went with the one that was there. Yeah, I don't even know why I even put Cyprus as an option, but there you go. Give yourself a point if it is in Cyprus too. So, the 14 episodes of The Office, that's including the 2 Christmas specials. First book of the Bible alphabetically is Acts. 5. Richard I succeeded Henry II, and PB is Lead. Their classic movie round. Number 1, the first film to win the Best Picture at the Oscars in 1927 was Wings. 2, the French brothers credited with inventing moving pictures is the Lumiere brothers. 3, the first talkie movie was The Jazz Singer. 4, The Kid. It was the directorial debut of Charlie Chaplin. First science fiction film was considered to be The Trip to the Moon. And the 1922 vampire film starring Max Schreck as Count Orlok was Nosferatu. It was actually just a loose remake of Dracula, but they were going to get sued by Bram Stoker's estate because Dracula had literally only been written about 22 years beforehand. Anyway, our backing groups tonight. So with Gladys Knight and the Pips, Buddy Holly and the Crickets, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Toots and the Maytals, Toots Hibbert and the Maytals, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention are your groups there tonight. Did you recognize our celebrities? So we had Bruce Willis, Adam Sandler, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jim Carrey, Whitney Houston, and Madonna. Let's have a wee look at them again. Let's remind you of those. So Bruce Willis was our first one, followed by Adam Sandler. I think he looks fairly recognizable there. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Would not have clocked Jean-Claude Van Damme. Looking very, very, very 60s there. Jim Carrey's our cheeky chappy there at Christmas. Whitney Houston, number 5. And number 6, Madonna. So yes, those were your answers there. Round 5, your sports questions. Real Madrid have won the competition the most times. Juventus are the team that actually made the most finals and been the most runners-up, but actually, they are the best runners-up of the Champions League groups there. Celtic were the first ever British team. Didn't say English. Manchester United were the first English team to win the European Cup in 1968, but Celtic actually beat them there. The Lions of Lisbon beating, I think it was AC Milan or Inter Milan in Lisbon there. 1977 was the year that Liverpool won their very first European Cup. Iker Casillas has the most appearances in the Champions League, and Cristiano Ronaldo with the most goals. The Grisly assassinations round. JFK was assassinated in Dallas, of course. Julius Caesar on the Ides of March. Spencer Perceval, the very first, or the only British Prime Minister to have been killed whilst in office. Our American Cousin was the play that Abraham Lincoln was watching on the night he was assassinated. John Hinckley Jr. attempted to have a go at Ronald Reagan in a way to weirdly impress Jodie Foster. And there have been 4 American presidents that have been assassinated. Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy, of course, being 1 and 2. But also William McKinley and Grover Cleveland. Number 7. No, wait. Was it Grover Cleveland? I think it was another one. Hold on. American presidents assassinated. I know it was... 4. James Garfield, pardon me. Anyway, James Garfield was the other one that got assassinated. Your airport codes there. We had London Gatwick, Los Angeles, Dubai, Tokyo Haneda, Atlanta Airport, and Beijing. Beijing was a tricky one there because it's P-E-K. It still refers to Peking instead of Beijing. And your final questions there about dogs. You had Lassie, K9, Greyfriars Bobby, Pongo, Marley and Me, and Beethoven. Yes, I never actually saw any of the Beethoven. I think I might have seen Beethoven's Third or something like that when I was a kid. I think I might have rented that out on video, but it was like, why rent number 3 when you haven't seen 1 and 2? Anyway, thanks very much for joining me tonight on the quiz. Apologies about the sound earlier on. And yes, like I said, give yourself a point if you did put Cyprus down for Lara Beach. Again, you know, it's one of those things. It happens. Anyway, that'll teach me to get questions off the internet. I write my own questions, and you know, I was kind of in a rush tonight to write the general knowledge round. And I thought, right, let's go to a random site and find some random general knowledge questions. But that'll teach me to do that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Big Nerd Pub Quiz. Really, really do appreciate it that you tune in every week. And like I said, keep the quiz going every Sunday at 8 o'clock going forward. Don't forget, tune into my breakfast show tomorrow, Zest FM, every morning from 7 till 10. That's zestfm.co.uk. It's every weekday morning, playing loads of really cool 80s music. Like I said, last week we did, the last couple of weeks we've played every single 80s track from Now That's What I Call Music number 1 all the way up to Now That's What I Call Music number 18, which was like the first one of the 90s. Anyway, really hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully see you guys again next week. If you have any suggestions, any feedback, or any kind of mentions for any types of quizzes, or if you want to hire the Big Nerd Pub Quiz, by all means get in touch. You know how to do that on all the different social media channels. Thanks again, and I'll see you again all next week. I'm going to run down and watch the end of the football. See you all again next week, Sunday the 23rd of August, 8 p.m. right here live on youtube.com. See you all next week. Have a very safe one. Don't forget to wear your masks. Stay safe, and I'll see you all again next week. Thanks for playing, guys. Take care.